Kanye West warned the world about Hollywood's obsession with image and how kids in the spotlight were being pushed into adulthood way too soon. At the time, people called him paranoid, dramatic, even unhinged. But now, looking at what just happened in Rome with his daughter North, many are saying he was right all along. North West is only 12 years old, yet one viral dinner outing with her mom, Kim Kardashian, has sparked a firestorm online. Dressed in a corset, rocking long blue hair, and towering in platform heels, North looked more like a fashion icon than a child. And that's exactly why the internet exploded. Critics flooded social media with outrage, accusing Kim of parading her daughter for attention and using her as a prop to stay in the headlines. The moment felt bigger than just a controversial outfit. It tapped into a much deeper question. Is North being allowed to live her childhood, or is she being groomed into the Kardashian brand before she even becomes a teenager? When photos from that Rome dinner hit the internet, the reaction was instant and brutal. North wasn't just in a casual outfit. She was styled head to toe in a look most people would expect on a grown woman. A tight corset, striking bright blue hair flowing down her back, and towering platform heels. It wasn't the image of a 12-year-old grabbing dinner with her mom. It was the image of someone being presented. Critics online called the look disturbing, blasting Kim for letting her daughter step out in something so mature. Comment sections filled with people saying North appeared far older than her age, and many couldn't believe a child was being dressed this way. Some users even went darker, speculating about cosmetic procedures down the line, with one asking outright when North would fall under the Kardashian knife. Others joked harshly about Kris Jenner allegedly pushing her granddaughter to fit the brand. The comparisons didn't stop there. Fans pointed at old photos of Kylie Jenner in her mid-teens, warning that history might be repeating itself. "It's giving young Kylie," one person wrote, suggesting that North is already being shaped into the next Kardashian product. And that's what made the backlash hit so hard. This wasn't just about fashion, it was about the message behind it. The internet wasn't angry at North. They were angry at what the outfit represented, a 12-year-old being pushed into the same Hollywood machine her father once warned about. For a lot of people, the outfit wasn't the most shocking part. It was the timing. Kim Kardashian hasn't exactly been dominating the headlines the way she used to. The constant buzz around her name has slowed down, and when Kim isn't trending, the Kardashian empire starts to lose steam. So critics are convinced this Roman dinner wasn't some casual family night. It was a calculated move. Reports claim paparazzi were already waiting at the restaurant before Kim and North even arrived. According to sources, photographers actually tailed their van from the hotel on scooters, setting up at the door just in time to catch every flash-worthy moment. And let's be honest, that doesn't happen by accident. People believe Kim tipped them off herself, just like she's been accused of doing for years. Instead of a private meal, it turned into a red carpet moment. North walking out in a corset, cameras snapping from every angle, headlines ready to explode online. And the message was clear. If Kim's own name isn't enough to dominate the news cycle anymore, then putting her daughter front and center is the next best strategy. But that's where the outrage deepens. Because critics argue this isn't just Kim pulling another PR stunt. This is a 12-year-old's childhood being used as fuel for her mother's media machine. Here's the thing. North West isn't just any celebrity kid. She's growing up as the heir to a family built on fame, image, and reinvention. From Kylie's lip fillers at 17 to Khloe's total transformation to Kim's own rise from scandal, every Kardashian Jenner has lived under constant scrutiny. And critics believe that pressure is already being passed down to North. Think about it. At just 12, she's surrounded by women who've reshaped their bodies, faces, and entire identities in the name of staying relevant. North has watched her mom, aunts, and even Grandma Kris treat beauty and controversy as business models. So when people say North looks grown, is it really her fault? Or is she just reflecting the environment she's been raised in? Some fans say North reminds them of a young Kylie Jenner pushed into the spotlight way before adulthood, styled and critiqued like a seasoned celebrity. Others fear this is the beginning of history repeating itself, with North being groomed into the same cycle of fame, cosmetic pressure, and tabloid obsession that has defined her family for decades. And that's the bigger issue. this isn't just about one outfit in Rome, it's about what it symbolizes. The weight of carrying the Kardashian legacy before she's even a teenager. Of course, whenever North is in the headlines, the question always turns to Kanye West. After all, North is often called his mini-me. His personality, his style, even his confidence on stage mirror Kanye more than anyone else in the family. But when it comes to this viral Rome appearance, Kanye has stayed completely silent. Some fans think that silence speaks volumes. Kanye has always been vocal about wanting to protect his kids from Hollywood's influence, warning years ago that Kim would expose them to the same fame machine that shaped her. And now, with North dressed up like a 20-something fashion star at just 12, many say Kanye's warnings are coming true. But here's the twist. Kanye doesn't exactly have the moral high ground. Let's not forget, this is the same man who has paraded his wife Bianca in shocking, barely there outfits and built a career out of controversy. So critics argue that while Kanye may disapprove, he helped create the very environment North is growing up in. So the real question is, does Kanye even have the right to speak out? Or is his silence proof that deep down, he knows he's just as responsible as Kim for the pressure their daughter now faces? At the end of the day, the biggest issue isn't the corset, the blue hair, or even the paparazzi waiting outside the restaurant. It's the fact that North is only 12 years old, an age where most kids are worried about school dances, video games, and hanging out with friends. But instead of living a normal childhood, North is growing up under constant cameras, luxury fashion, and public judgment. And while some fans praise her as a rising fashion icon, already being compared to a young Kylie Jenner, others see a child losing her innocence way too fast. This is a girl who should have the freedom to make mistakes and grow privately, not be pushed into viral headlines every time she steps outside with her mom. The Kardashian machine has always thrived on fame at any cost, but when the cost is a child's well-being, people are asking, is it worth it? North's future could go one of two ways. Either she becomes the next big star of the family brand, or she burns out under the same spotlight her parents created. And right now, the world is watching closely to see which path she'll be forced down. While North and Kim's dinner in Rome stole the spotlight, it wasn't the only Kardashian headline making noise. Behind the scenes, the family is still doing what they do best, keeping their names trending. Kourtney Kardashian, for example, has been swatting away fresh pregnancy rumors. She just gave birth less than a year ago, but tabloids are running wild because she's been enjoying Italian gelato, bread, and late-night snacks. Fans argue she's just living her best life. But the speculation proves the Kardashian rumor mill never sleeps. And then there's Kris Jenner, who recently revealed in Vogue that she quietly got another facelift, her first in nearly 15 years. Kris framed it as aging gracefully, but the internet had mixed reactions. Some applauded her honesty, others dragged the photo shoot's staging and editing, saying it looked like a green screen cover-up. These distractions, whether it's Kourtney's supposed pregnancy or Kris's face refresh, play into the Kardashian playbook. When one scandal starts burning too hot, another headline magically pops up to shift the conversation. Which raises the question, is Kim deliberately using North as this week's distraction, or is this simply the next stage in building North into the family's future brand? At the end of the day, this isn't just about one dinner in Rome or one outfit. This is about the bigger question. Where do we draw the line between childhood and celebrity? North West may look like a fashion star in the making, but she's still just 12 years old, navigating the pressures of fame, family expectations, and constant paparazzi lenses. Whether you think Kim is building North's brand or exploiting her daughter for attention, one thing is clear. The internet is watching every move. And Kanye's silence only adds fuel to the fire. Is he quietly furious? Or is this just another sign that the Kardashian machine is running on autopilot with or without him? What do you think? Is Kim protecting North or putting her on display too soon? And is this the start of North West becoming the next face of the Kardashian empire? Drop your thoughts below, because this story is far from over.